Hey, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, we give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rachak Kodash. The honors unto the elders, Apostle Great Millstone, the elders Great Millstone, and of course, peace and blessings unto the hopeful elect, the sincere servants like Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, serving him in truth and sincerity. Yes, I'm the brother Chayabo from GMS Plain Tables Camp, coming back with another lesson to his spirit. Yes, so this lesson will be based on, through the spirit I was meditating on 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and 9, going into how, for Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Because we understand what Esau, of course, we know who Esau is according to Genesis chapter 27, linking about the prophecies that the scriptures go into about Esau and what he will do, what he has done, what he is doing currently. We all know that links up onto our oppressor. Our, of course, when I'm saying our, I'm referring onto us Israelites. Us biblical Israelites being the so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, what the blessings of the Israelites apply to us and the cursings of the Israelites apply to us as well, our people. Of course, our people have been scattered amongst the other nations, but what the point is that these prophecies for our people. And for Esau, we already know this is the man, he has been given the dew of heaven, the fatness of the earth, meaning mass wealth upon the planet earth. He is and also the blessing of the sword. He's able to go out amongst these other nations to completely drain them of the resources, pretty much oppress them and control them. And that's what Esau does. So we know Esau and he owns all the money in the world. This guy literally has the ability to print money, to create money, to create paper money, and make that as a currency. And we know how this is all that links up onto the so-called white man. It all applies to him. That's our oppressors, and as the scriptures say, ever since the beginning of Esau, or Slakia, ever since the birth of Jacob and Esau, or really, ever since they're pretty much in the womb, what they've been fighting. They've been fighting within the womb, showing you that again that's foreshadowing on the pretty much forever war that would be between Jacob and Esau. There's no such thing as Esau and Jacob uniting. And even the elites of Esau understand that. The elites, of course, the international banking families, they all understand that. But what they set up guys like MLK, Martin Luther King, to pretty much push a message that we're all equal. Meanwhile, these guys completely know that we're not equal. But that's just to dumb down the people and make Jake more docile. Meanwhile, Esau's still on top. Ultimately, there's no way that two nations of people can just coexist on the same exact level. It's either one over the other. It's the other below the other. And that's the point. So right now, again, Esau trying to push that we're all equal. Meanwhile, this stuff has in complete subjection. Of course, financially, of course, the so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, we're all at the bottom, of course. And that's for a reason. Systematically, we're at the bottom. Whenever concerning these court cases, you'll see how our people get the longer sentence easily. 5 times the amount of sentence our people get. And really, all that goes back into the curses that Yahweh Bashim Yashai put upon our people. Deuteronomy chapter 28, 14 on down. Of course, that's been a curse unto our people as a judgment for our people, because we went off as a people. So Yahweh Bashim Yashai put those curses upon us, for idolatry, for serving other gods, for going off, for pretty much abstaining from the law, statutes, and commandments. So also what the scriptures say, Job chapter 9:24, how the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof, if not, where and who is he? So, well, ultimately, the earth has been given to the hands of the wicked. And again, we understand the wicked. You have three classifications of the son of men. Or, you have three classifications of men. You have the sons of God, which are the Israelites. You have the sons of men, which are the heathen. And then you have the sons of the wicked, which are the Edomites. So, we know that the earth has been given to the hands of the wicked. The sons, or the wicked being Esau, Edom. So, the earth has been given to his hands, going back to Genesis chapter 27 on the blessing that Isaac gave unto Esau. Again, he'll have the dew of heaven, the fatness of earth. And what? Again, he'll be ruling the earth with the sword, oppressing the people. By the way, and well, of course, what's a modern day sword? The modern day sword is the military. Of course, whether it be, ultimately the ultimate sword are the nuclear missiles. But again, so Esau uses his sword, his military, his guns, his whatever, to establish his agenda, to push forth his agenda. So what, very, very soon, Esau, Edom, he wants to establish this NWO, starting with the elites. We know that this is what they want. They want to create, of course, an NWO, and the main thing that's going to be backing that NWO is going to be that C-hip, that chip, spoken about in Revelation chapter 13 and 16, which is a mark of the beast. The mark of the beast symbolizes what that RFID, or simply what that microchip that they want to put in people. So what, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We're not ignorant when he pretty much starts pushing out taking a C-hip would give you this benefit, give you that benefit. We're not, of course, so-called benefit, that's what he says, but ultimately we're not ignorant of his devices. Again, devices meaning plans, his schemes, his tactics. We understand why he's doing these things. We understand why he's heavily pushing for, again, getting everybody see him, and what he's doing it gradually. Slowly, he's doing away with the cash, but he wants to introduce a CBDC system, where all payments become electronic. You won't be able to use cash anymore. And then very, very soon after that, of course, he's going to ban all other forms of payment unless you have that C-hip. That's what's coming. Revelation chapter 13, 16 through 17. And he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or on their forehead. That no man, and also says that no man might buy or sell except he that had a mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So that's what's coming. You won't be able to buy or sell without it. That's a great temptation that he's going to present to people. You won't be able to buy or sell, do anything within society unless you take that C-hip. So we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. And we're not ignorant of what he's planning. Why? Because Yahweh Bashim Yahshua has ultimately given us the eyes to see, the ears to hear. And again, to have the division, to not be deceived by Esau. But for the Lord, for the ones who the Lord isn't covering, they're going to be deceived. They're going to be taken from that by that strong delusion. Ultimately, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is the one who has set up that strong delusion, because he doesn't want everybody to get it. The scriptures say how the Lord has created the wicked for the day of judgment, basically paraphrasing. So the Lord has just designed the wicked, so when you look at the common day person, they have no idea what's going on, they're just living in their folly, the wickedness. Hey, guess what? The Lord set them up to be fuel, ultimately just to be fuel for the fire. Because we understand how Babylon the Great, which is America, will be burned by fire, 100%. Of course, by nuclear missiles. And as well, once the Lord comes back, he's going to aid in that destruction with the chariots. He's been in high concentrated fire upon this place. But we go into the end time prophecies. Of course, goes in Revelation, Jeremiah chapter 50, Isaiah chapter 13. They all go into the destruction of Babylon. And how it will be destroyed by fire. And we know, of course, And also what Jeremiah chapter 50 goes into, the arrows. Yeah, so we understand how the modern day arrow are the nuclear missiles. You know what? Because of course, again, so a lot of times when the prophets were describing the things I were seeing concerning their visions, again, they're using the best terms that they had, because obviously ICBM and nuclear missile didn't exist back then. So they had to use the best terms. And anyways, the Lord did that for a reason, because He only wants a certain amount of people to get it. He only wants the elect to get it 100%. He doesn't want all people to get it. So what? Really, the scriptures are a code for only the elect to understand. So yeah, we already know what's coming. Ultimately, we understand how Yahweh B'Shem Yashai, Revelation chapter 3 and 10, will protect the elect from the hour of temptation. The hour of temptation is going to be when Esau mandates the mark. So once Esau mandates the mark, and again, it's mandated so you won't be able to pretty much do anything within society. That's going to be on temptation that many people will fall for, but the elect won't fall for it. Ultimately, the Lord's going to take care of the elect, keep them fed and taken care of, and of course, keep a hedge around the elect to, of course, protect them. Spiritual power, again, divine intervention. Ultimately, that's what's going to happen for the elect, and that's our belief. And guess what? We know that that's going to happen. Why? Because it's in the scriptures. The scriptures say that will happen, and Yahweh B'Shem Yashai doesn't lie. So ultimately, we're waiting for the coming of Yahweh Shai, and ultimately, these things need to come to pass. Of course, the implementation of the mark of the beast, World War III. Mass famine, pestilence. Again, this everything, all hell breaking loose. All these things need to come to pass in order for the Lord to make His return, because the Lord is bound by His word. And guess what? We know that all these things will happen very, very soon. For the remaining prophecies before the coming of Yahweh Shai. So that's our hope, and that's what we're waiting for. So those are you blessed, the edified. Yahweh B'Shem Yashai, B'Shem Kakurash Brakathum. Shalom.